friends, your favorite besties are back for another episode of No Ma'am. I'm Will, and I'm joined by my podcast co-host in chaos,
Jhoany. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No Ma'am.
All right, friends, so today we have someone who's been turning looks, serving vibes, and giving mug for days. She's also the winner of Drag Wars All-Stars 9. Welcome, Lolita Starr, to No Ma'am, the podcast. Welcome,
Hi.
Lolita. Welcome.
Hi, how y'all doing? I'm so excited to be here.
We're so happy to have you here. Like Will said, we've been hearing your name pop up a lot in the New York City scene. You just won All Stars 9. How was that?
Oh my God, it was stressful. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of fun as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so happy with the outcome. You know what I mean?
We love
I
it.
think they let us know. Well, I got inducted into All Stars like a few months before the competition, actually. But obviously, they don't really let you know until like a month before, like when the competition is starting. And like the categories and all this thing probably had like a little bit over like a month to just prepare everything, get my ideas together, get my looks together. But yeah, it was a lot of work that went into it, a lot of thought, a lot of drafting, and then making sure that things worked out. And yeah, I mean, I had two choreographies, so it was a matter of like practicing and making sure that everything was like flowing together. But I mean, it worked out in the end. I think everything worked out perfectly in my opinion, and the bitch won. So
Right.
I mean, clearly it worked.
yeah.
Right.
All right. So before we get into some serious questions, I just
Mhm.
want to ask an icebreaker. So I want to know, what's one word your friends would use to describe you, but also what words would your enemies use to describe you?
Ooh, okay, this is good. Okay, so I think my friends would describe me definitely as someone who is sweet. Because I am. I'm a very nice person. I love my sisters. I love all my friends, and I'm always there to help whoever needs help. You know what I mean? I guess my enemies would describe me as bitchy.
Ooh,
Because
Hmm.
okay.
I just paint so severe. You know what I mean? I feel like I've gotten that, I guess, opinion about me that when they've met me or they've seen me, they think I'm a bitch. So that's why I feel like it's taken, I guess, a few girls to reach out because they think I'm such a bitch. But it's just the way I paint. I promise, it's not nothing. But yeah, I guess I would say they would think I'm a bitch sometimes.
Girl, what paint? I don't see any paint. That's just natural.
So muggy in here, bitch.
Right? All right.
So muggy.
It is, bitch. You look good.
Thank you.
But I want to know, what inspired you to get into drag? What inspires you now to kind of create this drag persona? And how does your culture kind of tie into it?
So I started how I got into drag as a whole was back in 2016, I believe. I was a sophomore in high school, and I would
Girl, you
come
just made
after
me feel old.
school. Yeah, I would come home after school. And I would just be like in my living room doing nothing, and YouTube was like more of like a source of entertainment for me. So I would honestly just always go on YouTube and like watch videos and music videos and doing things 16-year-olds would do. And I remember coming across one video one time. It was the season 8. It was the episode of the Rusical, I believe, the Pitch Perfect. And I remember watching that for the first time, and I was like, wait, like what is this? Like I was so confused because I remember seeing Naomi and I remember seeing like Dorji, and I'm like, are these like men? Are these women? I was so confused. And then I like started falling into like this rabbit hole of like drag and just like watching. I mean, obviously it was season 8, so there was a plethora of seasons beforehand. So I just fell into this
Hmm.
rabbit hole of like watching content, and I felt so in love with it. At the time, I was not out of the closet. I felt like I was still figuring myself out as well. So like I really didn't know, but like I was soon to find out that I was gay, and I loved drag. And for me, it was like I come from a Catholic household and Mexican, so it can be a little tough out here. So like I was hiding that side of me, and then I was just a fan of drag. For me, it was more of like, yes, I'll do drag maybe in the future, or like I don't know. I guess I would imagine myself doing drag, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like it's just not for me. Like I don't have any makeup experience. Like I wouldn't be able to do things the girls are doing. But then I think after college is when I came out. Like the first year of college is when I started coming out to my friends and my family. My family's very accepting. My mom comes to my drag show sometimes, so I'm very
I
happy
love
about
that.
that. My dad too. My dad is yet to come to one of my shows, but it takes the dad a little bit longer to, But my sisters and all my friends are so accepting. And then I remember after college is when I started kind of like dabbling into like, you know, getting dressed up and stuff like that. My first time though, like actually doing drag was 2020. Yeah, the October of 2020. It was for like, Halloween. I was like a little bunny. I even paid someone to do my makeup. But that was just one time that I did it, and then I didn't do it again until like a year after for the next Halloween. And then after that, I think I officially started drag in 2023 of May. So it's 2 years now, 2 years and a few months. But I've been inspired by like, I mean, Valentina was definitely one of the inspirations in my drag career. Like once I saw her on season 9, I fell in love with her. And knowing that she was Mexican as well, like I just felt a really good connection with her, her personality as well. So she's been one of my icons that I look up to. With my drag, definitely I get inspiration from Aquaria as well. I love Aquaria.
Yes.
When she was on season 10, I remember watching her and I was like, wow, this bitch is so good. At such a young age too. She was 21.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like look queens for me mostly. Valentina, Aquaria, Naomi, other girls that like have came onto the show and have just killed it. That's where I get my inspiration from. Most of it is just, my ideas and stuff that I come up with and I'm like, what can I do here and what can I do there and maybe style this with that and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay. I'm curious, I know you said you were raised Catholic and you're Mexican. Has that ever influenced any of your drag?
I would say I kind of started off a little bit more goth, a little bit more dark in my drag career. And that was just me being a little rebel. Coming from like a Catholic household, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this and wear like these chokers and, be all spooky ooky. Also, outside of drag, I'm kind of like that. It's so weird. And now my drag has transitioned into something more like girly and cute and pink. But I just love it because it's the balance of both. But yeah, when I first started, it was very dark. So I guess that was just me being like a little rebel. I'm like, let me go on the other side a little bit.
Love that.
Yeah.
So, obviously, your name is Lolita Starr. And so
Mhm.
when I think of Lolita, I always think of maybe I'm old, I'm kind of like aging myself, but it's always like the sexual object in that category of like porn. But I'm not saying that's what you chose your name for, but that brings me to our next question is why did you choose that name? What's the story and the meaning behind it?
So Lolita, my first drag name that I chose was actually Nolita, like the neighborhood
Oh.
in Soho, because I used to work
Okay.
around that area. And I was like thinking about what drag names I could choose, and I was like, what should I choose? Like, I want something like that's like very like significant to me. And I remember I had just came out of like a job interview and had just gotten the job. And I put on my headphones on like shuffle, and This Is the Beginning by RuPaul started playing, and I was like, oh shit, like is this a sign? Like, what should it be? Like choosing my drag name, being so delusional. And then I just came up with Nolita. And I was keeping that name for like a few months. And then I was like, no, it doesn't feel like me. But I did like the Olita part. And I'm like, wait, what if I do Lolita? That's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up choosing Lolita. But even till now, I get the question of like, is my name based on the book or the movie? But no, it
Yeah.
has nothing to do with the book and the movie. It was just more of a cutesy little name that I chose. And Star because, bitch, I love stars.
Yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
just put it
obviously.
one and one together. I was like, Lolita Star, why not? You know?
Okay. So if you could do your name choice all over again,
Ooh.
what would it be? Like now that you've owned your persona, you know who you are. Like if you could choose something else besides Lolita Starr, what would it be?
I would definitely choose like something that has with just one name. No last
Hmm.
name, no
Come on,
nothing. Could
Madonna.
just be like a simple cunt, like, oh, that's that girl. Like I haven't really thought about that actually. When I first like started getting into like drag, I liked the name Venus.
Ooh.
And that was in the back of my head for a while, but then I was like, no, there's a lot of Venuses now.
There
So I'm
is.
like, I don't know if that's unique. But I don't know. I don't know what I would choose.
I
Something
mean, you can
Okay.
classy
always
for
drop
sure.
Star and just go by Lolita,
Lolita.
if you
Yeah.
evolved.
If
So
I evolve, yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, for sure. I've
La
thought about that
Lolita.
too. Just Lolita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, how would you describe your drag aesthetic or style in 3 words?
Ooh, okay. In 3 words, definitely pink.
I wonder why.
Sexy,
Okay.
And no, I would say something like, I guess, sexy cuts and pink.
Okay. Work.
What would you guys describe I'm gonna hear this. What would you guys describe like in 3 words, my drive?
Well, from what I've seen, I would say punk,
Okay.
but like Barbie punk, if that makes
Ooh,
sense.
like a Barbie punk? Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Me?
yeah,
I
it's
would just
you.
say a sentence. I would be like, the mug is here. But that's not 3 words.
The mug is here.
I'd be like, the mug is here,
Actually.
but that's not 3 words. Also, obviously, you can perform the house down. But just even in your photos, you give mug. Like, that is what I'm always gravitated towards. It's the face. Especially you've been doing this for 2 years. And so that's a testament to just learning, always trying something different, always trying something new. And now that you mentioned, I can see the inspiration from Aquaria, especially around like the eyes. I see it because that's something that she's really into. We see that staple from Aquaria. So shout out to Aquaria because
Right.
she's
Shout out to Aquaria. If
influencing the
you're watching
girls.
this,
Right?
shout out to
She has
Aquaria
inspired the girls for years. I mean, we
for
see
years.
Aquaria's mug everywhere, and I mean that in the best way possible. Like, she's a huge
Yeah.
inspiration to a lot of queens, as she should be.
She was so young too when she first started and like got on the show, and I was
Mhm.
just like so mesmerized by that because I'm like, it's so crazy how someone so young can be so creative and
Yeah,
win
and
season.
even before she got on the show, people wanted her for years. She just
Yeah.
wasn't eligible because she was too young to be on Drag Race,
Right.
which is just a testament to the amazing drag that she does and the amazing artist that she is.
Yeah. Fun
For sure.
fact, Jhoany either went to school with Aquaria or like
No.
knows Aquaria.
No,
So
it was this is a long story, but growing up, like, I still am a huge like Gaga fan, Little Monster. So there was a community on Facebook of like, people around my age growing up with her who were huge stands, and we would like add each other on Facebook and share our stories, personal lives, blah 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 blah. So I added him back when he before he did drag, when it was Geo,
hmm
and then we spoke a little bit. We kind of over the years just fell off. We never really got that close. But then a few years later, I started seeing this drag persona. Once I had gotten into drag, on my Facebook timeline, I'm like, who is this? Like, who do I keep seeing? I didn't know I had a drag queen on my friends. And then I was like, oh wait, that's Gio. And then obviously a couple years later, he was on Drag Race and everything. But yeah, I mean, I haven't talked to Aquaria a very
That's
long
so
time.
crazy. Such a small
Yeah,
world.
it is.
yeah. Yeah. So technically, I'm like related to Aquaria by
Girl, no.
Jhoany. And so,
Girl.
in my head, in my French vanilla fantasy, that is what I'm telling myself. So, like, in my mind, I know Aquaria too through Jhoany. Just saying. Speaking of performances, your looks, or just moments so
Mhm.
far in your drag career, what was one moment or performance or even look that made you say, yep, I'm that girl? What was it?
A performance, you said a look,
It could be
or
a
what else?
performance, it could be a look, or even a moment. But what was that one time when you was like, yep, I'm her?
I think honestly, I would probably say me winning. And I know it's so like recent, but like you guys probably think like, oh, she was that girl before. No, girl. Like one thing about me, I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional because a lot of girls are delusional, and I've seen it. It's going on right now. But I feel like for me, I always try to look at stuff that I can fix, whether that's makeup, whether that's performance, whether that's styling, whether that's like me, being able to like host and talking to Mike and trying to get better at everything that a drag performer is supposed to do. And I had a lot of doubts within myself in the past few months after I did Ultimate Diva because I just felt like Ultimate Diva was like so important to me and like I really
Mhm.
wanted to show out and like show who Lolita Starr was. So then after that, when I didn't place top five, that kind of fucked with me a little bit because I'm like, whoa, like I had this vision of me being in a top five, potentially winning, and putting in so much work, like a lot of just effort into that package that like, not getting what I expected was kind of like a downfall for me. So I was in my
Mhm.
head a lot for the past few months after that. And this was back in March. So from March to like, like now when I went in September last month,
Mhm.
it was like doubts in my mind of like whether if I'm good enough. But like I said, for me, it's always about growing. And I try to fix the things that I knew I needed to fix. And then when I got inducted, I was like, okay, this is my chance to really prove myself, lock in, and give it. And I will say, like, my sisters, House of Zora, have honestly helped me so much. I really would have not been able to do anything without them. We're a house, so we're always supporting each other.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, that moment of winning was my yes, bitch, you're doing what you're doing, and bitch, and it's not over yet. I want to keep growing. I want to keep, getting better at whatever the case may be. But yeah, I feel like although it's recent, I'm like, okay, I got this in the bag.
Listen, if we win anything, that's
Bitch,
gonna be
yeah.
the moment that we're like, yes, we're those girls.
Hint, hint.
Right. I mean, if we win anything, and we mean anything.
Anything.
No, but
Come on,
okay.
glam.
So, right. I mean, best podcast, best podcast
Yes,
us.
give it.
But okay. So we're gonna make this a little hard, but
Mhm.
also really funny because I'm really curious. So we talked about your drag. So now we want you to describe it in one sentence,
My
but
God.
it has to sound like a Grindr bio.
Wait, that's so hard. Okay. Describe my drag in the sentence in
Huh?
Grindr bio format.
Yes.
Fuck. I don't know. I'm so bad at making up sentences. Okay.
She's like, what's Grinder? I don't know what that
What's
is.
I don't know what that is. I know Sniffies.
Oh,
Shout out to
That's
Sniffy.
even better. Shout out to
girl,
Sniffies.
fuck Grinder, Sniffies all the way.
Girl,
Sniffies.
actually, that's where you find the
Yes.
trade for real.
Listen, or the bathroom, but other than, I mean, this is a conversation for a different day.
Let me think. Oh my God. Describing my drag in a sentence using Grindr bio format. Like
Mm-hmm.
wait, I'm
What
trying
would
to
the
think.
persona be? Is it giving top? Is it giving bottom? Verse? Is it giving
Side.
side?
Femme top. Hold
Come
on.
on, blouse.
No, wait, hold on. Femme verse looking for talent.
Okay.
No face, meaning no mug.
Uh-huh.
No pic. Like, what would the pic be? Like, no. I don't know, bitch.
We said we wasn't gonna make it easy for you.
Wow, this is hard. I do like the femme verse looking for tea. Because, the gays love to do Tina, girl.
Mm.
But in that
Wake
case,
it up.
looking for talent, looking for no face, no mug. Bitch, I don't know.
Well, I like that. I mean, it's a start, right? Like we're somewhere. I would click on the profile.
Right.
That's what matters,
Yeah,
right?
she
Like
said verse, so I wouldn't.
I would just
She's a
click on the profile just to
strictly.
see, not the verse part, but I would literally click on the profile just to see. I just like that, just to see who's in the neighborhood. You'd be surprised.
You really be surprised sometimes, girl.
I've seen.
Tell me about it.
All right, so now we want to get into the gig, the grind, the gag.
Ooh.
So I want to know, what's one of the wildest things you've experienced while performing at a bar or
One of the
a club,
wildest things.
anywhere?
Anywhere. Performing at a bar. Let's see. I feel like every night I go out, there's always something crazy happening.
I mean, it is New York.
It is New York, girl, so there's always something crazy happening. But I would say probably the craziest one. Interesting. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Sorry. I'd probably say one time, I was at the Ritz. It was already late at night, so I was heading out. And then I called my Uber, and it said my Uber was already outside, and it was described like as this like black SUV. So with my friends, I go outside, and I'm like, wait, like, is that my Uber? Because the Uber was, well, the car was actually like right there. And I was a little tipsy. So like I go to the car and I didn't look at the plates. Always look at your plates before getting into a car. I learned that now. But I remember going to the car and asking the driver, like, hey, is this for Leo, my boy name? And he was like, no, it's not, but like I can take you wherever you want. And I was like, huh? Like what? You're not my Uber? And then I look at the plates, it didn't match like the plates that were on the Uber description. And I was like, what you mean though? Like what? And he's like, yeah, like just let me know where you're trying to go and I'll take you. And I'm like, how much are you gonna charge me? Because sometimes if you get a yellow cab, it's cheaper than paying for Uber or something. That's happened to me
Mm-hmm.
because I live in Staten Island, so my travel time is pretty crazy as well as the fare. So those Ubers be super pricey. So I was like, okay, if this car is gonna charge me cheaper than the Uber, then bitch, I'm gonna just give it. But then the guy literally was like, oh, like I won't charge you, and I was like, you're not gonna charge me? And he was like, no, like
Mm-hmm.
it's okay, just get in my car. So I ended up canceling my Uber. I was tipsy. I only did this because I was tipsy. If I was like sober, I probably would have been like, no, like stranger danger, bitch. Like don't get in the car. But yeah, the guy just wanted to basically just have company, and like he took me home. I didn't give him my exact address. I just gave him like a like an address down the block from where I live. And I was like, yeah, you can
Mm-hmm.
just drop me off here, like, no worry. But I was literally just chatting with him in the car, and he took me home for free.
Okay, work. I was expecting something else.
No,
You
no, no.
know, the story was gonna go somewhere else. Because listen, some of these men, they see a little makeup, they see a little wig, and they're
Oh my God,
fascinated.
yes. So fascinating.
But I'm glad you were okay. Because listen, guys, like, don't get into strangers' cars because
No,
we've
literally,
heard of some
no.
horrible things happen.
I got really lucky. I got really, really lucky. And I'm just so glad he just wanted some company. And I was like, okay, I'll do a little,
Yeah.
sit in
You
the
know
back
what
of the
is
car like
crazy
this.
though? What is it about that block? Because that block in particular, that the creeps are just waiting to like prey on the girls. Like, I don't understand. It's just
No,
that
Wait,
block.
literally. And there's always like cars parked like right outside, like just waiting for people, which I think most of them are actually drivers. But I mean, clearly this one time, this guy was just hunting for anything that he could find. But yeah, it's crazy.
Listen,
I've definitely had more crazy stories. They're just not coming up to my mind right now. Yeah. I
all
met a
good.
porn star. No, not. He was like a sex worker once.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
He
love
wanted to
them.
fuck around, but I was like, girl, no. He wasn't
you're like, girl, no, I'm a virgin.
a virgin. No, but he really was on it. And I was like, girl, like, you're not my type. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, say their names. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. I was like, no. Uh, all right. So it is my favorite section, and it
Mhm.
is rapid fire. So I have 3 questions for you, and really is just to think of the first things that come to mind. So it's like no thinking.
Okay.
Okay. So first question is, I knew I was a bad bitch when
When I won All Stars 9,
heard you. Okay. I'll fight you if you say blank about drag.
drag is harmful on children.
Heard. And last thing, the one thing I'll never do on stage is
Take off my shoes and fucking wig. Even if it's
child,
hanging on by a fucking pin, bitch.
child. Say it again for the people in the back.
Hey,
Child.
Never
the
take
people in
off
the
your
front, girl.
shoes. Never take off your heels. Nothing, bitch.
Like,
You
come
ain't
on
no.
now.
Girl.
The level of unprofessionalism, far too much.
Romper room. I don't know what in the romper room. I
No,
don't
literally,
know.
because I've
Listen.
seen a lot of girls whose wigs fall all the time. Like it happened to me once in my whole drag career, and it happened right when I first started drag. But that moment was so embarrassing to me. It happened at Pieces when I was just first starting. It was my second performance that I ever did. And girl, like I was so embarrassed. Like I literally wanted to quit drag at that moment. I was like, I'm not coming back here at all. But you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, she said
Know what
never
I mean?
again. It's glued
There's
down.
just
Yes.
there's just a lot of
Yes.
girls that it just keeps on happening, and I'm like, what's going on? Let's get some wig glue, girls.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
Crazy.
we've seen the wigs come off far too many times.
Far too many
or
times.
the outfits fall apart.
All the outfits fall apart, which is funny because the next section is called Beyond the Wig. So I just think it's really just is very on brand that we just started talking about wigs.
Bitch.
Yes, but I want to know, outside of drag, what's something you're very passionate about?
I'm very passionate about like fashion. I love
Hmm.
fashion. Yeah, like before starting into like the whole drag thing, like I feel like now it's a little bit more harder for me to like dress up when I want to as a boy because well, one, I have a job, so like it's mostly just wearing the uniform that I'm required to wear.
Mhm.
But like before that, like I would always like love to pull up in a look and like just, give it. I think it was just the drag coming out, it trying to come out of me. But yeah, before that I was like very into fashion. I'm also very passionate about like films. I was a film student, so I'm very into that.
Now I need to know what's your favorite movie.
There's so many. There's so many. I can't choose one. There's literally
Okay, what
no.
is
But
your
I'm very into
at the
horror.
moment right now?
At the moment,
Like, what's a movie you're obsessed with right now?
oof, right now, I will say, "Call Me by Your Name." Have you guys ever watched it?
Yeah, but it's
So
kind of hard to
good.
watch now.
It's yes now because of like everything that happened and like the
Mhm.
whole thing. But I don't know. Just there's something so beautiful about it at the same time that I'm like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, I
Mm-hmm.
agree. It just, retrospectively, you're like, ooh, that's the guy that likes to eat people.
No, literally, that's crazy.
I mean, yeah. Okay. So, what is something you wish audiences really
Uh-huh.
understood about queer artists or just nightlife performance in general?
I would say that like nightlife it's an art form for sure. And I feel like a lot of people think that it's just people getting dressed up or like cross dressing, which is true. It is people like, anybody could do it and but like I just feel like there's more to it. There's definitely an art form behind it. Every performer has their own way of expressing themselves. There's different types of drag. There's not just one type of drag, and you guys know there's spooky drag. You can do
Mm-hmm.
it's endless. And I understand every point of view of drag. And I feel like for people that are watching from like the outside and from like the outside perspective, they just think it's just like putting on a wig and doing a random number, but it's just so much more than that. And some performers actually put in so much effort into their numbers and try to create a story that
Hmm.
like they're trying to tell. So I feel like that's definitely a misconception that a lot of drag artists get, that I feel like if you don't get it, you don't get it. But if you do, you do. But I just wish people like were a little bit more open to drag and learning and actually like listening to us than just pointing fingers and saying like, for example, like the whole drag band and like how it's like, influencing kids to like do bad. I'm like, that has nothing to do whatsoever. Like drag is performative.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not all type of drag is for children, but there's definitely drag that, can be allowed in children's places. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. And I
yes,
mean, we've
that would be
always like the both of us have been proponents of just like all drag is valid. We have our favorite types of drag. So if we go to a performance, we may resonate with with a particular performer over the other, but we always appreciate the art form of drag, and I think that's what people need to realize. And so what I love, especially now, is that we've come a long way, but we still have a ways to go for people to fully realize that not all drag is like a monolith. Or you may see female illusionists, female impersonators. There's so many different types of drag out there. And then you have edgy drag that we're seeing on Dragula. So I'm happy that we get to see multiple avenues and streams of different types of drag. I just wish more folks would understand that it is all a big tent and kind of like everybody is accepted. So, but not all drag is bookable. We have to
right.
say, right? But all drag is valid.
Drag is
Like,
I
you
love this
know,
like
like,
shade.
right? Like, not all drag is bookable though, but all drag is valid. We have to,
Oh,
we
drag is
keep it
valid.
honest here on the No Ma'am. So, like,
Right. Let's keep it
let the
real.
girls know you can do
Exactly.
what you want. You may not make no money, but you can do what you want. True.
Gag it,
So,
gag it.
All right. Well, now that that was said, let's do this or that, where I would just go ahead and give you two options, and you just quickly decide which one you prefer. So we're gonna start off with the first one: padding or natural body.
So hard because I do both. But I would say for me personally, no padding.
Okay. All right. So would you rather do a comedy mix or a high energy dance number?
High energy dance number. I don't think I'm a comedy queen. I don't know.
Okay. And would you rather wear a pageant gown or something very punk and chaotic?
Punk and chaotic for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
No.
All right. And would you rather do synthetic wig or a natural wig?
Human. Down.
She's that
Boots.
expensive.
I just when it comes to like wearing like natural hair, I'd rather human because it flows so much better. It feels so much softer. It's literal hair that you're wearing, so it feels real.
mm-hmm.
But when it's like something like style, definitely synthetic.
Okay. So this is not a this or that, but just random curveball.
Yeah.
If you could lip sync for your life against any drag race queen, who would it be, and what song are you picking?
This is so hard. Okay, I definitely have to choose someone. Aquaria. Oh, that would be cute actually.
That would be a good lip sync.
Me versus Aquaria. I would definitely choose something about like Lady Gaga
I mean, it has to be, or Madonna.
or Madonna. Yes, I would probably do like the Dead Dance. I haven't done that
I
song yet. I haven't performed it yet, but like I love that song. It's on repeat.
I mean, it is spooky season.
It is spooky season, so yes, it would definitely be with Aquaria. She would obviously win. Yeah.
Listen, I think you would give her a fight.
Hopefully, yeah, I think so. Battle on the floor.
You'd give her like a bloody nose or something, but like it wouldn't be easy for her.
Right. I don't think she performs, right? She doesn't perform a lot anymore.
I think she mostly DJs now.
She DJs and like just like does, you know, events and all that.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
All right. Well, friends, that has been Lolita Starr, y'all. Like, make sure you follow them on the socials. Lolita, let the girls know where to follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram at the Lolita Star. That is TheLolitaStar. You can also find me on TikTok. It's Scorpio Star. Double R. Don't forget the double R. But yeah, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram. You can Venmo me too at Lolita Star. But yeah, I'm around. I'm on social media.
Tip the
Follow me.
girl.
Tip the girl. Drag
Listen,
is
it's
expensive.
never a
Stop.
wrong time to tip a drag queen. Okay?
Right.
Just saying. And friends, if you think you've got what it takes to join us, fill out our guest interest form. It's quick, it's easy. The link will be in the comment section below. And we're always looking for new voices, new friends, and even new besties to join us right here on the No MAAM Podcast. Friends, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a single episode of No MAAM. And until next time, bye, y'all.
Oh my god, it was so fun. It was so much fun. Yeah, yeah. The Grindr question fucked me up. I was like,